All right, now back to our top story. There are now more House Democrats than ever before open to supporting the impeachment of President Trump. This comes after the president ordered a hold on military aid to Ukraine just days before a phone call with the Ukrainian president. Mr. Trump denies pressuring Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden and his son and is still scheduled to meet with the president of Ukraine at the United Nations tomorrow. So our chief congressional correspondent, Nancy Cordes, is on Capitol Hill, and she's going to help to walk us through all of this. I don't know, Nancy. We've heard impeachment, the word impeachment in various forms and various phrases before, but this kind of feels like a turning point, though I'm not sure if there are still enough Democrats to move forward completely. Is this a turning point?
It is a turning point, and here's why, Anne Marie. The reason that Democrats haven't had the numbers is because there's a large block of more moderate Democrats from swing districts who may say privately that they think that impeachment is warranted, but have been reluctant to say that publicly because they worry about the political implications in their home districts. These are Democrats who need independent votes, who need Republican votes to get reelected. Well, overnight, almost a dozen of those types of Democrats all came out in favor of impeachment proceedings if it can be determined that the current allegations are true. So that's notable. Not only did they come out in favor of it, but they didn't just say they support an impeachment inquiry. They actually went further and said if these allegations are true, they are so serious that they merit impeachment proceedings. So that is a big leap, and I suspect very highly that you'll see a number of other Democrats follow their lead today. And if that happens, then the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, isn't far behind, because she has said all along that this group of Democrats is her biggest priority, that these are the Democrats that the party needs if it's going to keep control of the House in 2020. So she didn't want to get out too far ahead of them. If those Democrats, like Dean Phillips of Minnesota, who we've interviewed about this very topic, who's been very cautious in the past, if Democrats like that are now saying that they believe that impeachment proceedings may be warranted, then this is a sign that the Democratic dam is about to break, if it hasn't broken already.
So we know that Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, is scheduled to meet with some key committee chairs this afternoon before a caucus-wide meeting that will address this whistleblower complaint. Do we know the nature of those conversations that she'll be having? Is this about just sort of checking the temperature, seeing where people stand on moving forward, or is this about nudging them in one direction or the other?
We know that she has already been having those types of conversations over the past couple of days, taking the temperature of her membership, seeing where people are. She is typically not the type of leader who is going to force everyone to stay on the same page. She is likely to say, hey, if in your particular district you don't believe that it's going to be good politics for you to come out in favor of impeachment at this time, don't do it. But she is going to get the caucus up to date on where she is, where she thinks the caucus is. They'll probably talk about messaging. And before she does that, importantly, she's going to be meeting with her key committee chairs, because if we are moving into a new phase, there is going to be some jockeying about who gets to investigate what. There has been some talk that perhaps a select committee would be established solely to look into these new allegations about the president and Ukraine. That is not going to be an uncontroversial decision if that happens, because there are committee chairs right now, most notably the chair of the Intelligence Committee, the chair of the Oversight Committee, the chair of the Judiciary Committee, who may believe that that belongs squarely in their jurisdiction, who may be reluctant to give up some of that investigative power. So we could see some jockeying there. That decision doesn't appear to have been made yet, but it is an idea that has been floated, because after all, if you're looking for parallels, then if you look back to Watergate, a select committee was established in that case as well, a committee that would solely look into the Watergate allegations and nothing else.
Very interesting. Nancy Cordes, thank you.
You're welcome.